rope climbs come down to three things. And most people miss all three of them. So the first one is that we want to climb the ropes with our feet, not with our hands. What most people do is they take what you just did, a pull-up, and they try and do a pull-up on this. There is no pull-up in a rope climb. So Michelle, who normally takes the 930, she is unable to do a pull-up. But in the workout earlier, end of last week, she did 9 rope climbs. Yeah. So you don't, I share that because you don't need to be able to do a pull-up to do a rope climb. There is no pull-up. What it is, and what you need to be able to do, is you need to be able to hang from the rope with a straight arm. You need to be able to bring your knees up towards your chest, and you need to be able to lock your feet in that order. And most people do it the opposite. So most people do is they get here, and what's the first thing that they do? Yeah, they pull their chin up towards their hands. And now I'm in freak out mode because I can't hang out there for very long. Instead, we want to hang. Just like you guys all did in the warm-up, you hung from the bar for 15 seconds and no one was freaking out. Everyone's just hanging there, hanging there. It's the same thing here. So what we want to do is think about the top hand. In this case, it's my left. Stays totally, literally, completely locked out. It's just going to be completely locked. The next thing we need to be able to do is bring our knees up. Now, we can bring our knees up to about waist height, but if we lean back, you can bring knees up all the way to your hands. You don't want to, and you should not bring them all the way to your hands, but the higher you bring your feet, the less pulls it takes to get there. What most people do is they only bring their knees up. Instead of bringing just your knees up, because now I can only go to here. This isn't very high. If I lean back, I can get my feet up much higher. And it's just a matter of leaning back. So that's the next thing we need to be able to do, is straight arm and then lean back. And then the third thing is we need to be able to establish our feet. And the best way to do that, there's 3 ways to do it. There is the Spanish wrap. This is the slowest and worst way to do it, okay? It's gonna take you forever to get up there. It's gonna burn the crap out of your shins. Right, Andy? Right. Okay, so we don't wanna do this way. The next way is called a J hook, and it's called a J because it gets the letter J in the rope. In this case, what we're gonna do is it's gonna go on the outside of our dominant foot, the foot you would kick a soccer ball with. It's gonna go on the outside of that, and then the non-dominant foot is gonna come under, grab it, and bring it up and above it. So if I'm here, kick my foot with a soccer ball, it's gonna go on the outside here, then my other one is gonna come underneath, I'm gonna grab it and bring it up. And now it's locked in. From there, bye guys. From there, I'm going to stand on the rope. So not pulling with my arms, I'm gonna stand on the rope and then my arms come up. So there is no hands. There is no arms in the rope climb. So set again, top arm is straight, lean back, establish the J hook. The J hook is on the outside of the dominant foot. The non-dominant foot comes underneath, grabs, and pulls up. After that, hips to the rope, and then your hands. And your hands are going to be light, there's no pulling. They're just walking up the rope. There is one other piece which is really, really important, and that is that you don't lose contact with the rope as we're going up. Because what ends up happening is people get there, and then they are searching for the rope and they can't find it. So when we do this well, the rope is always in contact with the outside of the dominant foot. It never leaves it, but not so much contact that it pulls it up. If it pulls it up, you're not going to be able to get it where you need to be. So now we have straight arm. It's going to travel up the outside of that foot so it stays in contact there. Grab it, pull it in, and then it's hips to the rope and then hands. As I go from my next one, I'm going to pull my knees up and I'm going to keep it in contact, and this knee goes out wide. Knee goes out wide and up. Cool? Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2. No, not so much. Okay. Sorry? Oh, sorry. Good. Ernie's paying attention. Ernie's an academic. Okay, the third one is called a heel lock. The heel lock is the same thing as the J hook, except it's the opposite. So instead, that sounds really weird, but it is true. Instead of it going on the outside here, it's going to be on the, go across the back of it. I don't think we need to learn that one. The only advantage of the heel lock is it's a faster descent. And we're not racing down the ropes. So for competitors, that matters, but for us, the J hook is the easiest one to learn. Cool? I'm so out of breath. Okay, let's just spend like 2 or 3 minutes just practice. Here's how we practice it. You practice it in the order. So if we are unable to hang, we're not doing rope climbs. Right? That's the first prerequisite. Can we hang? If we can hang, can we bring our knees up to our elbows? Cool. If we can do that, then can we do that and establish the J hook? But not in the opposite order. We have to be able to hang from the rope first. We got to be able to lean back and bring it up. So today, this might be an awesome thing. I've had people are going to be doing this today. Hang, and let's do knee to elbows on the rope. Okay? Great thing to practice. Let's spend 2 minutes playing with the ropes. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I was watching both. That looks really solid. Yeah, okay. You watch.
How do I get the rope up?
Let me just see the knee to elbow. Just that hang. Yep, awesome. Okay, now what we're gonna do is do that. You don't have to bring the knees up as high.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna keep it on the outside. Do you kick with soccer ball?
Yeah.
To the right?
So
Yep, so it's gonna go like this. It's gonna drag like this. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's gonna drag here. So
Okay.
that feeling there the whole time.
Okay, so that I want to bring that up with me.
Yep. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Now, here's the weird thing. The first one's by far the hardest because what happens is as you flip it up, it just like the tail just kind of does its own thing. If you're up here, because there's so much of a tail, it'll hang down. So you just got to get past that first one.
All right. So for this today, should I just grab a rope and just keep working on that?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Maybe try like 2 pulls and come back down.
2 pulls.
Yep. 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 Don't worry about how high you go.
Okay.
Yep.